I'm pretty sure each and every single one of you have experienced the ICMP unreachable message. What is that? It's simply a message that your device receives when a router is not able to reach a particular destination. Why might you receive that ICMP unreachable message? Well, the router does not know how to reach that destination. So if we examine a packet, let's say that's flowing through the network this way, what does the router do if it does not know how to reach the destination? So let's say this is the source and this is the destination. Well, if the router does not have an entry in its routing table at all, meaning no default route, no specific entry, it has to drop the packet. So the packet's dropped, and then it uses ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol, to send a message back to that sending device. And that message is known as a destination unreachable message. It's telling the client, hey, I don't know how to reach that particular destination. And this is really great from a troubleshooting standpoint. As an administrator, I can look at that ICMP unreachable message and I can see that that particular router responded back saying it does not have a specific entry. So now we can go to that router and we can start troubleshooting why it does not know how to reach that destination network. Let's pretend that the network is the 192.168.1.0/24 network, where that server resides. What is going to occur when our server wants to send traffic to the 10.1.1.0/24 network? So this network over here. What's going to occur? Well, the client takes a look at its IP address. So let's say the IP address of our client is .10. So it takes a look at its 192.168.1.10 IP address. It looks at its subnet mask, and it figures out in binary what its network bits are. Once it figures out what its network bits are, it compares it to the destination IP address. And it looks to see if those network bits are the same as those bits in the IP address of the destination. Well, in this case, they won't be. We're on completely different networks here. So our server has to send the traffic to who? It has to send the traffic to the default gateway. So who's the default gateway in this case? Well, we said it's our router up here. So the traffic flow is going to go this way. Now, is that the correct way to go to 10.1.1.0/24? No. And our default gateway knows that. It knows that because it has a neighbor relationship, using a dynamic routing protocol as an example, with the other router right here. So what's going to happen? Well, an ICMP redirect is going to be utilized to notify our client, our server, that there is a better way to go. Meaning there is a better layer 3 device that you can use besides me to reach that particular network. So what does that entail? It entails that ICMP redirect to be sent to our client, and then for our client to make sure that they send their data this way. So this feature is on by default within our networks, the ICMP redirects. Is it something we want to rely on? No, we wouldn't want to rely on this particular feature. Why? Because do we really want this additional effort put in place to notify our client that there's a better path? Do we really want to have that slight bit of delay every time the clients want to reach 10110/24? No, we don't. Do we really want our clients to have to resend traffic? No, we don't either. So we want to consider this in our network designs. So for example, if we added an additional link here, and it was a layer 3 link, and we had neighbor adjacencies formed between those two routers, how could traffic flow instead? Well, instead, in this case, we could simply have the traffic flowing this way, then this way, then this way. Now, is that better? Well, it's better than using the ICMP redirects, but it's not the best solution either, because we're crossing back down through that other router, which is really directly attached to our subnet anyways down here. So design is really important if you want to avoid ICMP redirects, but they are available. They are on by default. So if for some reason there is a better router connected to that subnet that can get to that destination network, understand that the traffic could be rerouted or sent to that other layer 3 device within that subnet due to the ICMP redirects.